Hi, I'm Caitlin and welcome to the Lit Review. Today I'm going to do something that I haven't really done with you before, which is take you through kind of a random stationery and some book nerd buying things. Not a great title, not a great, specific label for something. But it's kind of just a random haul with a focus on some of the things I've bought recently for my bullet journal. Bullet journaling is something that I have kind of used intermittently throughout the last couple of years to help me stay organized, but I was also kind of using it as an art journal, and I put so much pressure on myself that I kind of stopped doing it. So I wanted to kind of get back to basics, and instead of relying on myself to create a lot of the art, I've been leaning more on like stickers and washi tape and fun things like that. So I did a little bit of a seasonal-ish haul for those items. So I'll be going through those. I also bought some really cute t-shirts that are a little random, but I wanted to share them with you because really what I was doing was buying a lot from Etsy and small artists or like independent sellers, which is something I just kind of want to put out there as encouragement to do as we get closer and closer to the holiday season. So, you know, just sharing these small businesses and wanted to support them. So it's my random stationery and some bookish stuff as well. And then at the very end, if you're interested, I will do a little like walkthrough of my November bullet journal spreads, which do include some of my spreads for my readathons and things like that. So if you are a bullet journal user, stick around for that. And also, like, there are some things that I'm still trying to figure out how I'd like to fill some pages, so you can let me know how that goes. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with like the t-shirts and like the one or two other random things, because then the rest of it is all just stationery related things. So the first thing I grabbed off of Etsy, I just kind of wanted some more like fall themed shirts. I really love graphic tees. It's a lot of how I feel like I communicate with fashion on a day-to-day basis. And this one right here is from Just Imagine Studios Co. And I will go ahead and link all the Etsy shops that I use below in case you're interested in checking them out. I would say all of these were fairly fast on shipping. I'm not mad at any of them, and the quality is really good so far. So this, you can't really see it, so I'll stand up my little skirt, but it's all these different cute little pumpkins, and then there's like the little names of the pumpkins or gourds underneath. And so, yeah, and then there's like a little bit that just says like types of pumpkins. You can't really see, my skirt's covering it. But it's just like a really comfortable, soft graphic tee, and it's great for fall. And this one's a bit more like random. I mentioned in my seasonal selections video that I really love doing like a flannel. Flannel is one of my favorite accessories or like add-ons for fall. So I was really on this quest for just something that was like soft and cozy and a little broken in, and I stumbled upon this seller called Red & Co, and they do like distressed vintage flannels. And so I got this flannel here that you can see like originally was just this like blue and yellow basic, but they've bleached it to where it kind of fades to grays and purples and pinks, and then in the back here it gets like mostly just white. And you can see, like, to me, what drew me into this particular flannel was I really thought of like casual cosplay of Sleeping Beauty, when the fairies are like, make it pink, make it blue. I felt like it was that moment in a flannel, and sometimes that's how I shop. Like if I am reminded of a scene in a movie or a book, even if it's not totally apparent to anybody else, if it reminds me of that thing, I'm really interested in it. So it's like really soft, broken in, like kind of that nubby feeling that a good flannel can have. And so I just washed this. There was like a little bit of a stain on the vintage flannel itself, but that's fine. It's broken in, it's well loved. And that's the whole point of sometimes buying these like vintage older flannels, is that they've been lived in. So this one's like really comfy and really unique because the seller only like has one of each of the items up at a time, and yeah, like this. Then I bought this cute little t-shirt from just says In Pages shop, and it's a unisex, and I wish I had kind of thought that through a little bit because I probably would have gone a size down, but that's okay. This will still be like a really cute like big lounge tee, and it just says, it's a white tee that just says book nerd, a little heart in the center. I got a medium. I probably would have gotten a small if I had thought through the whole unisex thing, because it's actually quite big. Like, this is the base of it, but there's a whole heck of a lot of shirt left. So I still need to wash this before I wear it, but it is very cute. And I, will probably be seeing this at some point on my channel because, I am a book nerd. Then the last t-shirt that I bought, I wore this. I'm filming this November 1st, but I did wear this next t-shirt for Halloween, and I'm just so in love with it. And this is from the Design Envy shop, and it's just a Hocus Pocus tee that has been bleach dyed a little bit. I don't own a lot of bleach dyed stuff before, but I guess now I own these two pieces. But it's just like a screen printed tee of the Sanderson sisters, and they had a bunch of different colors that you could get the base tee in. And this is super soft. The material of this is so soft and cozy, super comfortable to wear. I'm a big Sanderson sisters fan, like regardless of the time of year. I did watch it in October, but I think the film was originally released in like May. So that it wouldn't conflict with the release of Nightmare Before Christmas. So as far as I'm concerned, this could be an all-year tee. Like, I'm probably gonna wear this throughout the year. And I really just love the quality of the t-shirt so much that I would highly recommend that Etsy shop. And then, related to Sanderson Sisters stuff, I bought this pennant from a artist who does like pop culture content, pop culture things, and I bought it from his website. I didn't use Etsy for this one, so I bought it from his website, and his name is Matthew Lynham, or Lynham. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Matthew, but I will link his site. But look at it. It's a Sanderson Sisters pennant. I love the aesthetic of these felt pennants. Like, I have one for a couple of my colleges. Like, I have one for where I went to high school. Like, that one's in a box. I don't have that one out on display. But I just really love the kind of vintagey feel of these little pennants. And this one says Tour 1993, which is when the movie was released. And I really love the quality of his renderings of each of the Sanderson sisters. Even though Halloween has officially passed, this is definitely going to be a mainstay in my like fall or Halloween decor. Okay, so the rest of this is going to be stationery related things. Just for context, I use currently like one of those 1917 Leuchtturm. Never really sure how to say that. So like this one's pretty full. I'm getting towards the end of it. And so this is what I currently use for my bullet journal, and I want to get better about like tracking my reading related things in one place, because right now I have like half a dozen of them. I have my reading tracker that I use that's like Owl Crate's calendar or reading tracker. I have this, which is where I keep a lot of my like YouTube content ideas and like things that videos I'd like to film. I have the bullet journal itself, which is like more of like my calendar and day-to-day life. So I kind of need to condense some of these into one space, or at least utilize the notebooks I have a little bit better, which is part of why I wanted to do this haul for you. But one of the first things that I grabbed, I have always wanted to try out. I like the Leuchtturm or the Leuchtturm 1917, but I've always wanted to try Archer and Olive. So I did this. Archer and Olive is just like a very similar style and size of notebook. Dotted graph paper is one of the options you can get. I did get a dotted graph. So their whole thing is like handcrafted journals and planners to enhance your everyday life. That's a little branding. But like, look how fancy this is. This is the box. This isn't even the journal. This is the box. It's a little bit more expensive than one of those Leuchtturm journals, but not by much. So I'm really curious to see. Then I got, I'll do a better close-up of this, but I got one with a little cat. They did a Halloween series, and so I always love that kind of content anyway. The claim, again, dot grid notebook. It says no bleeding or ghosting, which is something I actually have kind of a hard time with some of the materials that I like to use, because again, I treat my bullet journal more like a bullet journal and an art journal. So sometimes I like to use watercolor or heavier duty pens. So we'll see how this actually goes down. And it says an even paint on here. So that's why I'm kind of interested in this paper and their claims. We'll see. The notebook itself is super cute, like this little cat on the moon. It's got like holographic foil, which you know I love. And then the other kicker for me is that it has foiled edges. So pretty. And it's kind of got like a little bit of, it's not just silver, it has like a bit of a holographic sheen to it. I hope the camera is picking that up. But this also comes with just like one of those little closure bands and then a pin holder. So just like on quality of this thing alone, I do kind of feel like it's worth the money I paid for it. We'll see if its claims about ghosting and all that hold up. But I also want to finish the leftover that I have in my Leuchtturm journal. So I'm not going to break into this yet, but you might be seeing this. If I continue doing anything with my bullet or art journal, you'll probably be seeing this in the new year. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. There's even a couple of little ribbon things. I didn't notice them until just now. And there's a little dangly charm that is the Archer and Olive logo. It's just a really cute little ampersand with some laurels. And while I was on the Archer and Olive site, I got kind of curious about their acrylograph pins. So this is the box the pins come in. I'm not going to keep them in this box because it's kind of cumbersome. But it has like instructions on how to use and how to care and clean for it, because these are not like your everyday pins. I think the idea of them is that you're supposed to have like the precision of a felt tip or a traditional pin, but that it's more paint in texture and blendability. And so these are the set of pins. There's also a white and a blending pen. And so at the end of this, if you stick around to the end to do my bullet journal flip through, I have a page where I kind of tested some of these out and just did like little squiggles with them. I didn't do anything too intense, but I just kind of wanted to see how these go. They might totally intimidate me and not be my cup of tea, but the colors were really pretty and like fall oriented and like those kind of jewel tones. So again, you'll see those at the end, where I will also swatch some of my washi tapes that I bought for you. If you're curious, I tend to use a lot of like Tombow dual brush pens or like Sigma micron pens when I'm doing anything in my bullet journal, but I also will use things like Crayola markers or watercolor or just colored pencils. So I'm really just like whatever the mood strikes. I'm very inconsistent, which is fun for me, but like maybe not the greatest thing for consistent journaling practices. And the rest of these I'm just gonna like run through real quick, and then I'll try to get some like better up close footage for you so that you can see the details on some of these really cool things that I've ordered. So from an Etsy shop, I came in this cute little like vellum envelope, and it is with some cute little extras. And so these are just a bunch of like diner style checks and like library cards, which I thought would be really cute for some of my reading trackers or just as like decoration on pages. But I got these from Kitty Witty Papercraft on Etsy. And again, I will link all of these below. But I thought this was really cute. It's just kind of like additional things to layer into my journal, because again, my style with it is like a mix of art that I want to draw, organization, and then just like art journaling and layering of textures. So it's kind of just whatever the heck I'm in the mood for. Then I got this stinking cute little washi tape, which I will insert a more close-up clip of but it's just like this really gorgeous black and grayscale art print of witches in flight, and then there are gold foil stars and moons, which you know I'm a big sucker for. And this is a washi tape, nice dense amount of washi tape that I got from Catboy and BUI. I will, again, everything will be linked, but really loved this. And she wrote me like the sweetest little handwritten note in with my Etsy order that was just like so wonderful, and it's part of why I love supporting small businesses like this. And then another cool thing that you can do sometimes with these like Etsy sellers, not everybody offers this, but I found I found this set of washi tapes from a shop called Washiful, and these are like samples. So instead of buying like a beautiful dense roll like this, this is all on like a piece of cardstock that has been like wrapped around several times. So they're just like samples instead of full rolls. And all of these are Peanuts themed, like the little comic, and I love that comic. It's one of the ones I grew up with, like Snoopy and Woodstock and Charlie Brown. They're just all-time faves. And so again, I will do like little swatches of these when I do my bullet journal tour through. And then I got another washi, this one from White Wide Woods on Etsy, and it came in like this little box that if you push, and it's got just like the cutest little carrying case for this washi tape, and the box is the same art on the washi, and it's considered the Forest Lights washi is the name of it, but it's got like really pretty jewel tone colors of like foliage and the moon and some moths. I just thought this was really cool, and I loved the art style on it. So again, you'll see more of that soon. And then sometimes I like to get just like bigger scale stickers if they really appeal to me. I love a good sticker in general. If you have any stationery shop recommendations for me for stickers or washi tapes, like please hit me up because I have a problem. I really enjoy the heck out of them. And so this one actually comes from a artist called Emily Harvey Art is her shop name. So Emily Harvey is the artist name. And this is a self-love potion sticker. I'm going to keep it in its little bag for now so I can protect it and hopefully not bend it until I'm ready to use it. But it's just so cute. And I love the colors. And she sent me some of like the cutest like thank you pieces. Like this just was her, like this is her, this is Emily. And it just saying like thank you, it means the world to me. A lot of these shops do this on like a smaller scale, but you kind of got to experience more of her art this way, and I really, really appreciated that. And she sent like a cute little postcard that just has magical things can happen with some cute little illustrated gemstones. And then this was super random of me, but I got from May Stationery, I got this little box that is like a 45-piece set of wax seal stickers so that they all look like wax seals, and I've always loved the aesthetic of that, and just thought this was like kind of a cool thing to get for a couple of bucks. So again, I will show some of the stickers on that, and I'm just, yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. I just really like them. Can't remember, I think I got these on Amazon. This is like the one thing I bought on Amazon, but they were, again, comes in like a little vellum envelope, and they're just like paper. They're called Fashion Design from Cheese Rabbit Studio is what the vellum envelope says. Kind of a cardstock, and they're these vintage fashion pieces. And then the last two that I have for you are like little sticker packs from two different artists. But I bought two different sticker sheets from the Etsy seller, basically Brit. It's a like dark pink and purple saturated like mystical set that's very like magic girl kind of deal. And then the other set is just really cute illustrations of books, which, you know, I thought, hey, I could probably find a use for those. The other one I grabbed, you're gonna have to stick around to see the majority of those in my bullet journal walkthrough for November, because I used a ton of these stickers for my November spreads. And this was a sticker set from Paper Minty Studios. Really good high quality stickers, and they were really fall themed. So you can see I've like used all but like 3 of them. Super cute, really liked the quality on these, and you'll get to see much more of those if you're interested in sticking around through what comes next, the stationery tour on my bullet journal. And I'll just talk you through like what I've done and what I use there. So if you're interested in sticking around for that, that's up next. If this is where you leave me, that's also totally fine. Let me know down in the comments if you are interested in this kind of stuff. Like when I do go on little stationery sprees or do my monthly spreads, is that something you're interested in or not? Okay, so I'm on my vlogging camera right now, and I'm gonna try to just walk through this, so excuse any of my shaky camera work. So here's my cover page. I just wanted something that really captured the feeling of fall, and of course I do love decorative gourd season, so this is my November cover page, and I just used some like watercolor here and some of my Tombow dual brush pens to accomplish that. And this is my little calendar for the month. This is mostly to keep track of posts and things like this, and my readathons, my multiple readathons that I'm doing this month. So that's the calendar, and then over here we actually will have my little post tracker, and that I'm going to try to keep up with my YouTube posts and try to be better about posting on Instagram. And here I have like a little tracker for YouTube, like how much I've grown in a month and how much I've grown in a month on Instagram. So here's kind of my creative solution to some of the really bad like bleed throughs that I get in the Leuchtturm journal. I will use like other paper products to kind of cover up. So the little logos for YouTube and Instagram bled through really badly, so I just used some of this brown paper that I have and then decorated with stickers. And some of the cute little dazzles I did with a like gold foil pin, a jelly roll pin. And I like to track my mail if I have any incoming packages. I like to have quotes if anything really inspired me, and that could be something that somebody said to me in real life that inspired me, something in a book. And then I like to have just kind of a dump, like a brain dump space for gratitude as well. And then I have this now empty slot for my November playlist. It's currently very blank, as you can see, but I like to make myself a monthly playlist, and I haven't made it yet, so I'll fill it up when I get there, when I get to that point. Okay, so here you can see where I got some glue residue and it just made a bit of a mess. So this whole setup is a little on the messy side, but this is what I've chosen to do for my weekly spreads. You can see I just kind of have my to-dos that'll be set up here for life. So this could be something like paying my utility bills. This could be something like reminding myself to take out the trash or respond to an email from a friend. And then I have a similar column over here for my work to-dos. And I'm going to see if the system works for me. I used to do like every separate day would get a day out of the calendar. And I just didn't like that. I didn't love the time and effort it took for me to set that up. When I wasn't using my bullet journal before, I was just kind of doing the same thing, but doing it with Post-its, and had like a Post-it for my life to-dos and my work to-dos. So I'm going to try and see if that works for me at all. And then here I just have like, I wanted to play with texture, and so I crumpled up some more of that brown paper, and again used this sticker from a Michael's sticker pack, and then just had like a white jelly roll pen where I went in and decorated a little bit with some of those, that texture again. And here I got same brown paper, but smooth, a little sticker that says eat dessert first, and then some of this gold foil paper. Similar, again, all of these spreads are going to be super similar, so I'm kind of going to rush through them and then just show you some of the details. I really, again, my intention with these open spaces is for me to be able to treat it more like a diary, or, you know, just leave myself other notes about something funny that happened or something I learned, or maybe a recipe that I want to try. So I'm leaving myself like open space. Before, in some of my other spreads, I would try to be really, really artistic and fill every inch of the page, but I kind of like the idea of giving myself that freedom and that space. And here's another of the stickers from that pack. This one is also from that pack. I think this one is my favorite spread of the month. So again, just kind of changing up the colors a little bit, using different stickers, again from that same fall themed pack, my gold foil pen, and then I have a washi tape that looks like a cork board. So that's a texture that I loved mixing all of that together. And you know, sometimes you have a bit of an oops. So again, here with more of that glue residue. And then this, I was going for something totally different. And as often happens in life and in bullet journaling, it just didn't work out. But I do kind of like how the textures played together with this paper and then the gold glittery washi tape. And again, just more of that like brown paper. I actually buy a whole roll of just like basic brown wrapping paper, and then I use it in my craft projects. I actually use it to wrap things, and then I will sometimes even decorate for holiday parties and things like that and use it as a base. So man, that tube of plain brown wrapping paper will carry me quite far. And then there was just like that little extra space in the month, so I decided to kind of make this cute piece of paper that was in a pack I got from Michael's, my focal point. And again, just kind of leave some smaller to-do spaces and again, leave some open spaces for notes and things like that. I do have on this side a very blank page that I haven't figured out what I would like to do with it yet. I have a couple of options, and maybe you all can help me out with them. I was thinking maybe this could be where I keep some of my reading wrap-up stats, or maybe this could be my like quick summary of all the books I've read this month. So let me know what you think I should do with this space. I could also turn it into like an art space where if I really liked a quote from some of the books I'm reading, or something like that, I could get a little bit more creative with that space. But let me know if you have any good ideas. Or if you have tried a spread that you really, really like. I have done like habit trackers in the past, and I don't think that's super helpful. I've done mood trackers in the past, and I actually find them very depressing as somebody who struggles with depression and anxiety. So I'm not interested in trying that again right now, but we'll see what this page ends up being. And then getting into my readathons, you can see again what I'm talking about, like the ghosting and the bleed through, because it's really intense on these pages in particular. But this is my spread for my paranormal romance readathon. So here's the bingo board, the dates, the hashtag, and then of course the lovely hosts. Sorry, I had to do it. It was too good. And then this next page that's pretty blank, I'm gonna, record all the things I read and give like mini reviews of them in my journal. And I'm also participating in the 1,000 Doors readathon here. And I did this spread late last night. So I think I still need to add some things to it. Like I want to add the host's information on here so that I can track that as well. I always like to give shout outs to them. So I'll probably put something like that over here. And I don't know how many doors I'm actually going to go through. So I've left space for more, or this could turn into like my read and reviews page. But what I'm going to do, hopefully by now you'll have seen, maybe you haven't, I don't know what my filming schedule is actually like anymore, but behind each of the doors, I'm going to put the prompt for the 1,000 Doors readathon, and then what book I ended up picking for it. So this one is, I decided to do famous doors from fiction. So this is Boo's door from Monsters, Inc. This is the infamous Shining scene where he breaks down the door with an axe. So I thought that one was kind of cool. Again, these don't, nothing but paper shavings. Whoops. And then to me, a very iconic door is a Hobbit hole too. So this one is attached, and I just put like some glue or some double-sided tape on either side of these. And then this one, I don't actually know if this is what it would look like, but I decided to draw what I thought would be Mort from Throne of Glass. So like the door that she goes through to visit the sarcophagi. Like that's my vision of Mort, talking bronze skull. Of course, I couldn't, do a door theme without having the Friends door on it, because that is just, to me, always and forever iconic. And then I did Sherlock Holmes, and of course the iconic door from the series, the TV series, but Baker Street is always going to be a legendary door, as many people walk through it to get their mysteries solved. So if I need more, I can probably make more. I definitely have space for them. But this is just kind of my little thing for the readathon. So these are the colors of the Archer and Olive acrylograph pens, and this is the Jewel Selection color scheme. So they have a couple of these available, but these are the ones that I decided to try out, and I really love the color scheme here. And then of course, some of my beautiful new washi tapes that you can see. There we go. So here's some of the washi tapes up close. You can see the art way better here. So I just love the gold foil and the witchy designs on this. And then the night moth, you can see all those beautiful saturated colors. I could see this, using this in winter, fall, spring, summer. There's just a lot here that I think I could do. And then all the little different swatches of the Peanuts washi tapes. This one in particular is catching my eye as winter rolls around. But there's just like a lot. There's music themes. There's day-to-days, there's all the different types of Snoopy personas, like he's wearing a Joe Cool sweater. This is definitely a back-to-school theme if I've ever seen one. And then Woodstock, some of the actual comic panels, and then just, you know, Snoopy emoting in general ways. And then, since there are so many of these, I decided to also show off one of the wax seals from that pack of 40, and it really is like just a fun detail thing to have on as a sticker. Okay, so if you stuck around long enough with me, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for taking the time to sit and listen to me talk about stationery and random stuff that I grabbed. So as always, thank you for spending the time with me. I hope you had a fantastic reading day. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of me or this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!